and welcome to the IPF World Championships live in Istanbul, Turkey. I am Ryan Six-Pack Lapadat and accompanied in the booth by none other than former junior world champion Gavin Aiden. And Gavin, today we have the sub-junior and junior 66 kilo men. We'll take a look at the running order. We will see representation from across the world. Local lifters from Turkey, Mexico, two lifters from Turkey actually, Italy, Canada, Spain, and Kazakhstan. Two flights. The first flight will be the sub-juniors, only 7 lifters. So we're probably gonna move at a relatively brisk pace, and then with no break in between, move right along into the junior 66s. And opening us up, Erdem from Turkey, 130 kilos.
Erdem Dikici from Turkey, 130 kilos.
Erdem Dikici.
Good play. The next lifter, Sergio Sedano from Mexico, 135 kilos.
Depth is on point and he's on the board. Sergio Sedano of Mexico. 135 kilos.
Good play. The next lifter, Çetin Yiğit from Turkey, 150 kilos. Bar is loaded. Bar loaded.
And you get Çetin of Turkey, 150 on the bar for his opening squat.
Good play. Our next lifter, Alessandro Pastorello from Italy. Bar is loaded for Alessandro.
Representing Italy, Alessandro Pastorello, 180 kilos for his opening squat attempt.
Good play. Bar is loaded for Mattis from Canada. 182.5
Mathis,
kilos.
Jolicoeur, 182.5 on the bar for his opening attempt.
Good play.
3 white lights, it's a good lift.
Our next lifter is from Spain. Bar is loaded for Verdugo Beltran, 182.5 kilos.
Christian Verdugo Beltran, representing Spain, with 182.5 kilos as well.
Good lift, all whites. The next lifter is from Kazakhstan, Ivano Alexander. Bar is loaded, 190 kilos.
190 kilos loaded for Alexander Ivanov of Kazakhstan. 18 years old, been lifting competitively for 4 years.
Looks like he might be able to close in on that world record too for the sub-juniors. He's opening up at 190, moved well, and the world record is 209.5 kg.
Might be loaded for that third attempt. Yeah, that opener moved pretty smooth. We're moving fast. Already done the opening round of squats.
Bar is loaded, 140
Ivanov
kilos.
at the top, with potential eyes on the sub-junior 66 kilo world record. Erdem Dikici of Turkey, 140 kilos.
I think he's still got some left in the tank. A challenging second, but still, it was reasonable. It was manageable.
Managed the 10 kilo jump.
Sergio Sedano from Mexico, 145 kilos. Bar is loaded.
Mexico's Sergio Sedano, 145 kilos, 10 kilo jump from his opener.
Good lift.
2 to 1, it's a good lift.
The next lifter is Yiğit Çetin from Turkey, 160 kilos. Bar is loaded.
Yiğit Çetin of Turkey, 160 kilos for his second attempt. Previous Turkish lifter took 10 kilo jump with relative ease. Perhaps Seton could do the same.
Good lift. 3-1. The next lifter is from Canada, 187.5 kilos.
Mathis from Canada, 187.5 kilos for his second attempt, 5 kilo jump. This will equal his previous personal best.
What a fight.
And 5 kilos slowed him down considerably, shaking his head.
Congratulations, Mathis.
He got it, but I don't think he's entirely happy how his second attempt felt.
Yeah.
Bar
Well,
is loaded, 190
I think,
kilos.
I mean, look, I think maybe with a little bit more energy, a little bit more amp, he could go up maybe 2.5. And the good news is that the sticking point was more towards the top, right? So he might be able to muscle through something a little bit heavier.
Alessandro Pastorello of Italy, 190 on the bar for him.
Good way.
Moves well.
The bar is loaded. Weight is the same. Christian Verdugo Beltran from Spain.
Christian Verdugo Beltran of Spain, 190 kilos for his second attempt, 7.5 kilo jump.
Good way. Our next lifter is from Kazakhstan, Ivano Alexander. Bar is loaded 200 kilos.
Kazakhstan's Alexander Ivanov with a 200 kilo second attempt. It's a 10 kilo jump, and depending how this moves, we might see a world record in his next attempt. Well, what do you think, Gavin?
I think he's going to go for it. I think why not?
And good way. Going down. Congratulations.
Hit depth without question.
We're moving to the third attempt.
And yeah, so Mattis from Canada, who was shaking his head off after his second attempt, choosing not to come out for his third, X'd out. So the field of 7 now is a field of 6. It's going to be a quick turnaround for these gentlemen, especially since Ivanov, we're assuming, is going to attempt a world record.
The bar is loaded for Erdem Dikici, 145 kilos. Locked in and referee saying
And
good
Erdem
way.
Dikici of Turkey,
Our next
successful in
lifter,
his third attempt of 145.
bar is loaded 150 kilos.
Forces the knees out. Sergio Sedano of Mexico, 150 kilos for his third and final squat. I'm going to point something out strategically in a second. Too much for Sergio. Now, Team Kazakhstan loading 210 kilos for the third attempt squat. That's a world record. They're allowed to load 210.5. Verdugo of Spain is loading 195. But if you look in the projected, we have 3 lifters with 530 on the projected. That 0.5 that they were allowed to load would have forced the other lifters to have to go up a full 2 other kilo to surpass him. Always plan your chips when you got a world record. That was an omission by Team Kazakhstan. Hopefully it doesn't cost them later. Setin from Turkey, 170. But I don't gotta tell you the importance of good handling. You've gone the worlds and recruited specifically handlers, not just coaches for your programming, but handlers for your handling when you got there at the World Championships to play these games and look at these things.
Yeah, you're building a team, right? And you want a winning team, and you want specialists. You know, you really do. And if that means bringing on someone who absolutely is a game changer when it comes to strategy especially on the fly, then it's worth it.
Alessandro Pastorello, 195.
He falls down and good play. Bar is loaded with the same amount of weight. Christian Bertu
What's great about
Borges
this this fight here is we've got multiple lifters, I want to say, coming pretty close to the world record, right? I think anything over 192.5 is coming pretty close. So we've got a lot of strong squatters.
Right. Yeah, not only that, but it's extremely close on the projected. Interesting enough, Canadian Metis still in the projected in the lead, but depending on how he feels today, Christian Verdugo of Beltran of Spain, 195. He slowed, he stalled, almost stopped.
Good play.
Shaking his head, don't worry, I got this.
3 white flags. Next one.
So Mathis of Canada, even though he's in the projected in the lead, if he's not coming out for his third squat, how will that impact his bench and dead, and can he maintain that projected lead? Time will tell. Here is Alexander Ivanov. Already, we're at the end of the squats. Oh. Gotta stay with the bar when you miss it.
Record attempt. Not a good lift. Nice catch by the spotters. We will move on.
Proved to be a moot point. Not making sure to have the proper chip in place. And we'll take a look at the squats. Alexander Ivanov with the gold, Christian from Spain with the silver, and Alexandro from Italy with the bronze. Moving right into the next flight, where is the 66 kilo juniors.
Bar is loaded for Mustafa Mert Altunkaya from Turkey. 66 kilo juniors.
We have Mustafa Mert from Turkey with 160 kg on the bar. Kick us off for the 66 kg juniors on squat.
And please say, not a good lift.
Oh, not a good lift. Let's take a look at the replay.
Our next lifter, Mark Escabarte from Ireland.
Yeah, that was definitely high.
Definitely high.
Bar is loaded for Mark.
I don't know anything about that.
175 kilos.
Unrelatable to yourself. Bit of a pause here.
Well, the clock is ticking.
I believe they have said the bar is loaded.
Last 30 seconds.
Mark, Team Ireland, 175 kg on the bar. Not much time left. Let's see if he can get it.
Yeah, a little rushed. He just
Oh.
needs the squat command. That was close.
Easy and referee
Very
says
nice.
good play. Our next lifter is from Uruguay, Diego Barquin. Bar is loaded with 180 kilos.
Diego with 180 kg on his back. Solid squat opener.
Squatting a personal best.
Easy.
Yeah, but
Looks like he
moves
hit
well.
depth.
deadlift. The next one is from Finland, Tenho Talvensari. Bar is loaded, 185 kilos.
Team Finland with Talvinsari for 185 kg on the bar.
Good play.
3 bites, it's a good lift.
Our next lifter is from Italy, Valerio Luziata. Bar is loaded, 190 kilos.
Valerio from Team Italy, 190 kg. I like the headband.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Got a little sauce, a little swag to him. I think he should come join Team USA. Beautiful squat.
Good play.
3 white lights.
Our next lifter, bar is loaded with the same amount of weight, Bukatka Boris from Kazakhstan.
Bukatka Boris from Kazakhstan, 190 on the bar. Very clean.
Yeah, makes easy work of it. And that was a 10 kilo personal best for him.
Wow.
19 years old, already been competing 5 years.
Arthur Howard. Bar is loaded, 195 kilos.
Arthur, Team France, opening up with 195 kg on the bar, the heaviest we've seen so far. Lots of tension and control there.
Next one is Thomas Aker. Bar is loaded, 197.5 kilos.
Thomas, Team France, taking his time to get set up.
Thomas Aker is definitely a podium threat for Team France.
Not a good play. 2-1. No good.
But that's going to set him back. Cut the depth a little bit
Bar is
high.
loaded. Alex Kremins from Ireland.
Has right about borderline.
197.5
Yeah, that's tough.
kilos.
Although I think that with a little bit more speed, he'll be able to sink that. And we've got Alex Kremins from Ireland, 197.5 on the bar. I spoke to him actually on the bus ride over to the hotel from the airport, and he seemed very confident that this is his year, this is his time. And it looks like it just might be.
Makes easy work of 197 and a half.
All wide. The next one is Murata Yuji from Japan. 200. Bar is loaded.
Yuji from Team Japan with 200 kg on the bar for his opener attempt.
Yuji, a heavy favorite for the podium and possibly the 66 junior title.
Very easy squat.
The next lifter is from United States, Zach Taylor, 212.5 kilos. The bar is loaded for Taylor.
See Zach Taylor from Team USA with 212.5 on the bar. Another heavy favorite for the podium.
It's a nice opening lift. 2-to-1, it's good. Zach is going to gain ground in the squat, lose some ground in the bench press, but recover that ground in the deadlifts. And you've spoken before about sometimes for an athlete, the bench press is just try not to fall behind.
It's maintenance mode.
Maintenance
Yeah,
mode,
that's
get your
exactly
3 for 3.
Yeah. Israel Cruz from Team Mexico finishing us off for the first round of squats for the 66 kg juniors, going to be taking 220 kg. Very strong.
In the freestyle, good all right. Moving to the second attempt.
And that concludes the first round of squats.
And it looks like Cruz just might be able to apply some pressure to Yuji from Team Japan if those squats continue looking the way that they just did.
A lot of shakeup can happen. Look, Murata wants to collect a lot of his kilos in the bench press event, opening extremely high with 185. For a 66 kilo junior to open over 400 pounds is big, but how volatile is a bench press?
Extremely.
Of the three, I would say the most volatile. So it's anybody's game.
Exactly right. Mustafa Mert from Turkey with 160 kg. Let's see if the lift was good.
Not a good lift. 2-to-1.
I have to take a look at the replay.
The next one, Mark from Ireland.
And depth proves to remain an issue.
The bar is loaded for Mark.
Now facing elimination, the home lifter.
Very good lift from Mark. Let's see if he got. Yep, 3 white lights, 185 kg from Mark Escobarte.
Bar is loaded for 10 hole from Finland, 195 kilos.
Tenho from Team Finland, 195 kg for his second attempt.
$10-kilo jump. Slows in the midpoint.
Yeah, but still a very strong squat. I mean, that bar path did not deviate at all. It stayed right over the midfoot, which is exactly what you need if you're going to grind it out.
That's true. Yeah, he never got bullied around by the weights.
From Uruguay.
Diego Barquin, 195 kg on the bar as well.
And Goodley.
Coming into the event, Diego's personal best was 175 kilo. He's now 20 kilo beyond that.
The bar is loaded for Thomas.
Thomas Aker looks like he might have sunk that a little bit deeper than the first.
Goodley.
He did.
Does
Now,
seem to get it.
197 puts him back into podium contention, but he's fallen behind. Does he take a bigger jump to try to catch up? Because you know he's hoping to have been a little closer.
Yeah. If I'm him and if I came here to take first, then yes, I make the big jump. You have no choice. It's what you came here to do. Valerio with 197.5 on the bar. Looks like he maybe went just a little too deep there and couldn't recover.
Our next lifter, ladies and gentlemen, Arthur Hoet from France. The bar is loaded, 202.5 kilos.
Arthur from Team France with 202.5 kg on the bar for his second attempt. Let's see how it goes.
Team France, 2 lifters in the junior 66s.
That's great.
Goodley, 2-1. Our next lifter, Yuji Murata from Japan, 210 kilos. The bar is loaded for Murata.
Yuji Murata from Team Japan loaded up 210 kg, definitely looking to further solidify a place on that podium. Now, him securing this would also move him from 4th in the squat to the bronze medal. It's only his second attempt. That looks good.
Goodley,
2-1, it passes.
The next lifter from Ireland, Alex Crimmins. Bar is loaded, 210 kilos.
Alex Crimmins from Team Ireland with 210 on the bar. Let's see what he's got. Now, this is a pretty big jump from his opener. He opened at 197.5 kg, decided to jump to 12.5, and this would surpass his squat personal best of 205.
Yeah,
And it looked pretty easy.
Made work of it. Alex covering ground. And when we look at his bench and deadlift openers, Alex, a podium threat for Team Ireland.
10 kilos loaded on the bar.
Top 5 is extremely close right now, Gavin.
Yeah. Boris from Team Kazakhstan with 210 on the bar as well.
And good lift. The next one is Zach Taylor, United States.
Good lift. Boris stays in the pocket, knees tracking over the feet, chest up.
Bar is loaded.
Zach Taylor, Team USA, 215 kg on the bar. Let's see how it goes.
Now a conservative 2.5 kilo jump. I'm wondering what happened there. Did they put that in, or if you don't get your attempt selection in on time, they bump you 2.5 kilo automatically? Did they maybe not get their attempt selection in on time? I don't know, because it's not usual to see a 2.5 kilo jump.
Especially not from an opener, yeah.
Let's see how it moves, though. Maybe, I mean,
It's tough to tell. But it looked very similar to his opener.
right.
The next one is from Mexico.
Yeah. I mean, the good news for him is that he's got one of the heaviest squats in the flight. You know, so he has this room to just kind of like keep chipping, keep adding. You know, if he was starting off at 190 and went to 192.5, he might be in a little bit more trouble. You know, but in this case, maybe to him, he's like, you know what, as long as I secured my opener, I don't really need to worry about it. I've already applied some pressure, especially if he's got some big lifts coming up ahead, as it looks like he does for the deadlift.
Yeah, it might have been a calculated play. We'll see if the third also is another 2.5 to 5 kilo, and maybe that's the calculation of how they like to move it.
Israel Cruz from Team Mexico hits a 227.5, 2-1. Yeah, and it does look like he ended up going up 15 kg for his third to 230. So you may have been right.
Yeah, I think I am right. It totally makes sense. You wouldn't normally make, like, that's an all or nothing. So if he misses his third, he's losing 15 kilo. You would have probably have originally planned something in the middle, so if you miss your third, you're not losing that much ground. However, this is sports. You know, you got 60 seconds. Who knows what happened in the back that tied him up?
Yeah.
You couldn't get there in time. That happens. That happens.
It does.
But it's a storyline. Taylor really got back to the wall. He can become a leading contender or fall back 15 kilo due to that.
That's right. Now Mustafa Mert to stay in the game.
No, that's not going to cut it. If I'm honest, that's high. You got to hit the standard. They're not going to give it to you. Mustafa from Turkey.
That's borderline. Tapped it. He tapped parallel. He kissed it.
Next lifter, Mark Escabarte from Ireland. Bar is loaded 190 kilos.
Mark Escobar from Team Ireland, 190 kg for his third. 5 kilo jump. Oh,
Oh, wow. I stand corrected, and you were right. Looks like
Mustafa Mert,
Mustafa got his lift, and it's good.
and it's good. Great third attempt by Mark. Three white lights. Yeah, that's got to be a good feeling. That's got to be relieving.
The best of feelings.
You don't want to come this far just to
Yeah.
not make it past the first round.
Valerio Nunziata. Bar is loaded 197.5 kilos. Valerio from Italia.
Valerio from Italia, 197.5 kg on the bar for his third. Now, he didn't get it on his second, so let's see if we can come back.
Oh, wow.
Wow. Would have been a really great pause squat, though.
I kid you not, for a second there, I was about to say, he's pausing it and coming up, but
Now, Ryan, just to clarify, if an athlete were to pause the squat, right, whether on purpose or not, and they come up with it successfully, do they still get the lift?
yeah, as long as there's no down up. So the danger of the pause is if to get back going again, you have any kind of
Right.
movement.
Okay.
That happens if you're at the bottom, probably more likely to get back going. But you'll see someone on the way up pause several times as they're fighting.
Yeah.
Pausing in that hole, coming to a dead stop in the hole, and then get back up.
Yeah.
You're probably going to have a little up down. You got to be careful, but yeah,
gotta
you
be
could.
Yeah. Make for a good show.
Yeah, you're thinking about it, huh?
I am definitely thinking about it. Tenho, almost with 200 kg from Team Finland.
Not today. The next one is Diego Barquin from Uruguay. Coming up to lift 200 kilos. Bar is loaded for Diego.
Diego Barquin, 200 kg. Grinded out that squat. Let's see.
Good play.
3 white lights.
Our next lifter is from France, Arthur Howard. 207.5 kilos. The bar is loaded.
All right, let's see. Arthur from Team France taking 207.5 kilo for his third attempt. A 5 kg jump from the second. 2.5 above his personal best.
Wow, that was strong.
That was very, very strong.
Good play.
2-1. And honestly, I think he might have had 210. I think he might have had what would have been a slightly bigger jump from there, you know.
Yeah, he never lost form there. It slowed, but at no point did you think he's going to fail that lift.
Got Thomas Aker with 207.5, Team France.
And Thomas, trying to recover ground, a medal podium favorite anyways, misses opener to retake that weight. Oh,
It's tough.
a little surprising.
Stuck at 197.5, but still, 197.5 is strong, especially if you do happen to have a bigger bench and a bigger deadlift, which it looks like he does.
Yeah.
So, obviously, we'll see what happens, but opening at 150 on bench is pretty heavy. So.
Yeah, and and a fair deadlift on top of that.
Let's see, like Alex Cremins right now for Team Ireland, opening, third attempt, 215 kg, and this would bring him into the bronze medal position in the squat.
And 4 lifters to go after him.
Wow, incredibly strong squat.
There it is.
Young man is a savage. Beat his squat personal best by 10 kg and bumped himself, at least for the time being, into the bronze medal position in the squat.
Now Team Ireland sitting back in the warm-up room waiting to see if they're going to hang on to that medal or not. Look, they might. There's a lot of failure rates on the third and final squat, so
Yeah. Yuji Murata, 217.5 kg, Team Japan. He knows everything's coming down to this. He's getting amped up. Let's see what he can do.
squat silver if he can get it, as well as 7.5 kilos. Murata vying for a podium finish needs those 7.5 kilos. Oh, oh, he might have. Looked like he might have blacked out in the hole for a second there.
Yeah.
He was going to come up with the weight
Kafka
as the
Boris
spotters helped him.
from Kazakhstan.
See here, they grab it.
20 kilos.
He's going to come up with him, and whoa, he looks like he was out for a second.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a
Good
dangerous
catch.
game. It's a dangerous game we play, man, but you have to put it all on the line if you want to win. We've got Boris from Kazakhstan with 220 on the bar.
This will move Boris into a silver medal in the squat event. And this is likely his event to grab medals.
Great depth. Powers through.
That
Very
was
strong.
Pretty smooth for a third attempt.
Yeah. And honestly, even looking at his jumps, those are fairly big jumps from opener to second to third, and he hit each one quite confidently.
Speaking of big jumps, if you like those.
That's right. We have Zach Taylor, who had to jump 15 kilo from his second to his third, but if he does get it, this will boost him from the bronze medal in the squat to the gold.
And looking at the projected overall, he'll really quickly establish himself in the lead. Of course, if he misses, he's right back with the rest of the pack.
Now, that said, his current squat personal best is 232.5 kg, so this is still 2.5 under. This isn't something he hasn't touched yet. You know, he's
Good
had
point.
experience with this.
Yeah. It's something he can handle. Oh, wow. Is he going to push through it? Oh, my goodness.
Wow.
I'm going to be honest. There was a pause in there.
Let's see the replay.
Yeah.
I bet you they're going to call it on depth.
Yeah, that was depth.
All the people's hearts.
Let's see, let's see, let's see.
It's right on that line.
It's
You know,
right on that line.
that could have went either way. If you had one white, U.S. coaching staff could have approached a jury. But you
Yeah.
need at least one white to approach a jury. Not going to happen. Now the tables have turned, and that's where that big jump is costly. And Cruz now could take the lead in the projected and obviously the squat event.
Yeah. Israel Cruz with 230. And he hits it pretty easily.
So the total opposite of Fortune's, he took the smallest possible jump from his second.
Yeah.
Like a story of polar opposites, and we'll have to see how it works out. Cruz now in the lead in the projected, but by no means is Zach Taylor out
Yeah.
of the running for the world title, and certainly still a podium favorite.
Yeah. Now, just to wrap it up, we have for the junior 66 kg, taking the gold, we have Israel Cruz, taking the silver, we have Boris, and then taking the third, we have Zach Taylor from the U.S. So we have Team Mexico, Team Kazakhstan, and Team USA in the running.
Don't go anywhere. We will take a short 10-minute break and come back with the deadlifts. Welcome back to the IPF World Championships here live in Istanbul, Turkey. I am Ryan Sixpack Lapidat. I'm accompanied in the booth by Gavin Aiden, and we have the sub-junior 66 kilo class and junior 66 kilo class. Taking a look at the sub-junior squat event where Alexander Ivanov took the gold but attempted a world record on his third and final and missed it, not only leaving behind the world record but leaving behind some kilos he might need, because Spain's Christian Verdugo Beltran is hot on his heels, not only in that squat event grabbing the silver medal, but also in the projected overall. Oh, and by the way, so is Pastorello from Italy. All of these gentlemen within 10 kilo of each other in the projected. And we cannot forget about Mathis from Canada, still in the projected lead, but had a bit of a sketchy squat event, opting not to come out for his third and final squat. Is that an indication how the rest of the events will go? We don't know, only time will tell. And speaking of, I will throw it down onto the platform now, where Sergio Sedano of Mexico will start us off with 85 kilos. Three white lights.
Next lifter, Erkan Demirci from Turkey, 97.5 kilos. Bar is loaded for Erdem.
Erdem from Turkey, 97.5 kilos.
Good play. Next one, Yiğit Çetin. Bar is loaded, 100 kilos. Yiğit from Turkey.
Yiğit Çetin from Turkey, 100 kilo even.
Good play.
Three white lights and it's
Next
good.
lifter, Christian from Spain, 115 kilos. The bar is loaded.
Christian Verdugo Beltran from Spain, 115 kilo for his opening bench. Christian took the silver medal in the squat event.
Good play. The next one is Alexander Ivanov. Bar is loaded, 120 kilos.
Alexander Ivanov of Kazakhstan, gold in squat, 120 kilos for his opening bench.
Good play. Bar is loaded for Alessandro from Italia. 122.5 kilos.
Alessandro Pastorello of Italy, 122.5 kilos for his opening bench. Already took a medal in the squat event. Makes easy work, 122.5.
Good play. And the next lifter is from Canada, Mathis. Bar is loaded for Mathis Jolicoil from Canada.
Canada's Mathis Jellicoe. Doesn't look overly enthused.
Yeah, I was expecting a little bit more.
Acknowledged the fans cheering, but didn't look overly enthused. I hope everything's okay. Let's see how 122.5 moves. He's strong enough. He might not need to be 100% to take all this. He's a world title threat. And 122.5 moved well enough.
Good play. 4 second attempt.
Yeah.
We have Sergio
Well, we'll see what he can do
Gonzalez.
for his second and his third. I mean, it looked good. It moved well, right? But bench is tricky, man. It's finicky. It's something that just 2.5 kg could throw off everything, you know? And as soon as things start going downhill, it just becomes easier and easier for that to snowball.
Yeah, you got to try to stay in a positive state of mind. What's something that does work in his favor, he's got the biggest deadlift opener. And if he's got a monster dead, it can pull himself out of danger should he find himself in that predicament. Cedeno of Mexico, 87.5.
Good play. Next lifter. Bar is loaded for 105 kilos for Erdem Nikici from Turkey.
Erdem Dikici from Turkey, 105 for his second attempt. That's a pretty close grip, Gavin.
I think it's like the closest grip I've seen.
Yeah.
Good play.
If you like range of motion, you're going to love that.
The next lifter, Yin Chekin. Bar is loaded 107.5 kilos.
Yigit Chekin of Turkey, 107.5 for his second attempt.
A little tough for a second, but
Good play.
I think he might have 2.5 in it.
Next lifter, Cristian Verdugo Beltran from Spain, followed by Alexander Ivanov.
Yeah, definitely slowed,
Bar
not
is
far off the
loaded for
chest.
Cristian.
And 120 loaded for Verdugo Beltran Christian of Spain. Verdugo pacing himself for an overall podium finish, but could use these 5 kilos.
Rolling. Next lifter is from Kazakhstan, Alexander Ivanov, followed by Alessandro from Italy. Bar is loaded for Alexander, 125 kilos.
Alexander Ivanov, 125 kilos. Alexander, the biggest squatter. Alexander amongst the best bench pressers. That moved quite a bit slower in his opener, though.
No way. Next lifter is from Italia. Bar is loaded 127.5 kilos.
Alessandro Pastorello from Italy, 127.5.
Good lift.
3 by lights,
Next
good lift.
is from Canada, Matheus Jolicoeur. He's coming up to lift 127.5 kilos, and bar is loaded for Matheus.
Matheus Jolicoeur from Canada, 127.5. And let's see what he can do with a 5-kilo jump. Handled it pretty well.
Indeed, he did. In
Maybe
fact,
he's
I think he has more in him for a third.
Congratulations. The
Yeah,
next
I
lifter,
think we will be seeing him take a third for the bench press. And he might be back on track. If Matheus is back on track, that means he's back to being a significant threat for that 66-kilo sub-junior title. There's a look after 2 rounds of benching with the sub-junior 66s. 1 more round to go. As the spotters and loaders clean the equipment, I'll give a shout out to our sponsors. Alico provided all of this lovely equipment we see on the platform right now, as well as SBD, who sponsored many of the athletes and national teams. Sergio Sedano,
Good fight, but
90 kilo.
Not a good play. The next lifter is from Turkey, Yiğit Çetin. He's coming up to lift 110 kilos.
Yeah, so
Bar
what
is
does he
loaded
do?
for
I guess, I mean, you lose 2.5 kilo. It's not the massive, it's 2.5 kilo he would not have had to have pulled had he hit this. But shouldn't shake up his overall total too greatly, having established himself with 87.5. Now looking to establish himself with another 2.5 kilo. Setin from Turkey, 110 on the bar. Oh,
No way. The next one is from Turkey as well. Erdem Dikic.
2 up and
Bar
2
is loaded,
failures so far
110 kilos.
in the 3rd round of benching for the 66 kilo sub-juniors. That's a close grip, Gavin.
No way.
fellas are pushing themselves to the limit.
Christian Vertigo veteran. He will try 120 kilos. Bar is loaded.
Now we're starting to get into the overall podium favorites. 3 lifters up, 3 lifters failed. It'll be interesting to see who amongst the podium favorites will be hitting their 3rd round of benches. For Christian, that would mean 5 extra kilos. If he wants to get onto the podium, he could use those 5 kilos.
Not a good win.
And I think the Spanish were putting their hands up saying, why did you take it? I was still pressing. It didn't go down up. Yeah, you know what?
Bar is loaded for Ivano Alexander.
There's an argument for that.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's very possible he could have grinded it out, you know. He didn't, the bar didn't go back down, and if this was Penna we were talking about, you know, we might be here for a couple of years while he grinds it out, so.
Penna, famous 66, and Alexander Ivanov, now that's a different story. 125 proves to be too much.
And rolling. Bar is loaded for Alessandro Pastorello from Italia. 130 kilos.
130 kilos loaded for Alessandro Pastorello of Italy. This will move him from the silver medal in bench to the gold medal in bench. It would also mean he would be the first 66 to hit his 3rd and final bench.
Not a good win.
One last lifter, Gavin.
And the last bench
Nobody
press
has hit their bench
for
yet.
sub-juniors.
And this man is confident, to say the least,
Bar is
so
loaded for Mathis
I think he'll be able to do it.
Johnny
I think he'll
from
be the
Canada.
one.
A bit of irony, Mathis doesn't come out for his 3rd squat, might be the only one who hits his 3rd bench. It would be a tale of a turning tide.
That indeed it would be. Although, I am a little shocked that he decided to go up a full 5 kg from his 2nd instead of trying to secure a 2.5 chip.
Oh, wow. Well, that's where it will rest amongst the 66 kilo sub-junior class. Mathis not able to get past just a few inches from his chest. Still good enough to clinch the golden bench where Alessandro Pastorello from Italy takes the silver and Alexander Ivanov from Kazakhstan takes the bronze. As we quickly move into the junior 66s.
Starting junior 66 bench press, Mustafa Mert Altunkaya from Turkey is the first, 115 kilos. Bar is loaded for Mustafa Mert Altunkaya.
Kicking us off, we have Mustafa Mert from Turkey, Team Turkey. 115 kg on the bar. Hopefully will be a very easy, clean opener for the young man.
Matching his previous personal best.
Pretty good. Let's see what the judges say. 3 white lights.
Bar is loaded for Diego Barfield from Uruguay.
Diego Barquin, the 115 kg on the bar. Little shaky, but made easy work of it.
Good play.
3 white lights, it's good.
Bar is loaded for Mark Escabarte from Ireland. Coming in 15 kilo.
Mark, Team Ireland. Again, 115 kg on this bar. Oh. Is it the rack height?
Yeah, I think I heard him say he didn't like the rack height.
Easy press despite the mix-up. Sometimes that kind of thing throws some lifters off, but not Mark.
Next lifter is from Finland.
Showing poise.
117.5 kilos.
It's
Bar
good.
is loaded.
You know, if you're a lifter and you pick the appropriate weight that you don't need, you could, if you're rushed, you could still hit it. As opposed to you hit a weight, you know, you need to take that full 60 seconds.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, we have Tenho from Team Finland opening up with 117.5 kg.
Elbow. Stop. Press. Neck.
Very easy for him. The judges give 3 white lights. Yeah, it's common practice. Maybe you'd agree. I think it's common practice that most coaches will have their lifters open with something that a lifter can easily hit 3 reps with. So like 90%, let's say, of their 1RM. You know, and on any given day, you should be able to hit 2 to 3 reps with that weight. So that way on game day, when you open with that, no matter what's going on, no matter what happens, travel, you know, all that, the water cut, all that stuff, you should still be able to manage it. And we have Alex Cremens here from Team Ireland with 117.5.
And you had said Alex was extremely confident when you ran into him earlier. And proving on the platform so far today, he's a contender for the podium. What color of medal, we're not sure, but it is a very tight field.
It is a very tight field. And you know, man, I love the underdog. You know I love the underdog, and I think he's the underdog here. I think he may not be the overall favorite, and that's exactly why I think he has the potential to pull through and to shock some people. Zach Taylor, Team USA, 125 on the bar.
Stop. Press. Neck.
Very rule book, textbook lifter. Both his squat and his bench show lots of control. It looks like he is technically proficient in these movements, and it's awesome to see. .125 kg on the bar for Team Kazakhstan's Boris.
He's got a personal best in competition of 150 kilos. That's 25 kilos away. I'm not sure. I'm not anticipating he's going to get there today. That's
Yeah,
big gap to cover.
that is a big gap to cover. Bench is finicky in that sometimes it's helpful to open up super light. Maybe he makes a 12.5 kg jump. Maybe he takes a 15 kg jump if he feels like it's there. And listen, I've done it.
Yeah. Well, you're a 93. He's a 66.
Fair enough.
Stop.
UG with 135.
Press. Neck.
Great lift. See,
Good play.
highlights. Perfect.
UG's in the books.
Nice on it.
Bar is loaded. Valerio Nunziata. from Italy.
Valerio from Team Italy with 135.
Start. Press. Neck.
And the referee
Strong
says
attempt, a little heavy for an opener, but
4 lives. Congratulations. The next lifter from Mexico, Cruz Israel.
Body solid.
Bar is loaded for Cruz.
Israel Cruz, Team Mexico, 145 kg on the bar.
Press. Neck.
Again, very strong, looked a little difficult for an opener.
Yeah. I agree. That's a little surprising, the struggle as an opener. Butt threatened to come up as well. What do you think? 2.5 kilo or did that get
reds.
overtuned? Okay, yo, I just saw the butt come up, so
Yeah.
it was.
Oh, did you? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When he hit that spot where it kind of paused on him to break through that sticking point, he rose his butt.
Gotcha. That is not allowed, but hopefully that will not happen with Thomas Aker, who is taking a 115 kg for Team France.
Start. Press. Neck.
Good leg.
Strong attempt.
Next lifter, Arthur Howard from France.
Body solid.
The bar is loaded 155 kilos.
Team France's Arthur Howitt, 155 kg on the bar.
Start.
Uh-oh.
Neck.
It's tough. You do have to wait for that press command.
Gave that away. And just a pullback to Cruz from Mexico, who missed his opener. If he is unable to get this 145, he is also a heavy favorite for that podium. It would be a pretty big shakeup in the bigger picture.
Yeah.
Body solid.
Bar is loaded.
Carrying us into our second attempts on the bench press for the 66 kg juniors. We've got Mustafa Mert from Turkey kicking it off with 120 kg on the bar.
Start. Press.
That is all types of wobbly.
Yeah. Which is actually somewhat unusual when you have a closer grip, as does Mustafa. I mean, it's a very muscular focused movement, you know, and so for that, it's a little weird that that bar kind of escaped his path and came forward.
Start. Press. Neck.
Diego Barquin, 122.5 kg, looks good, and it is good.
Body solid.
The bar is loaded for Mark Escobar from Ireland.
Now we have Mark from Team Ireland with a 122.5.
Opened up on his previous competition personal best. taking a 7.5 kilo jump from there.
Start. Press. Rec.
Looks good.
Good move. The next lifter is from Finland, Tenho Kalvansari. He's attempting 125 kilos. Bar is loaded for Tenho.
Tenho from Team Finland, 125 on the bar.
Start. Press.
Very impressive fight. Let's see what the judges say.
Knowledge.
Let's take a look. That's an indication of up down with the bar.
Nice hoodie.
Bar is loaded for Alex Crimmins from Ireland.
I didn't really see it.
Yeah, I saw teetering back and forth. Not necessarily the entire bar go up down.
Once again, we've got strict, tough judges, man. Alex Cremins from Team Ireland, 125 on the bar. He's on fire right now. Let's see if he can keep this fire raging.
Start. Press.
And indeed he can. Let's see what the judges say.
Good way.
2-1.
2-1, it's good.
The next lifter is Zach Taylor from United States, followed by Boris Bukatka.
Oh, I see that
Bar
red,
is
yeah.
loaded for Taylor.
Looks like his butt may have
125
come up on that,
kilos.
but the lift is good. Zach Taylor, 132.5.
Press. Rec.
Very clean.
Good leg.
And that's a great 7.5 kg jump.
Bar is loaded for
Still
Boris Bukatka.
pretty below his personal best, but a great attempt for Zach. Boris from Team Kazakhstan, 132.5.
Start. Press. Rec.
Very strong press. I feel like he's been strong all day.
I was about to say, and that
Good
did
leg.
move a heck of a lot slower than his opener at 125.
Italia.
You know, his opener moved around that range, and I was questioning, you know, how big of a jump would he take? Well, maybe this is just the speed of pressing.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I don't think he'll touch his personal best today, but I think he'll come close. Oh, no, he's going to be taking 135, so, or no, actually, I'm sorry, I'm looking at the wrong name here. We don't know what he's taking just yet. But we have Valerio from Team Italy with 140 for his second attempt.
Start. Press. Rec.
And referees say good leg.
It's a good lift
Next
for
one
Valerio.
is from Japan, Yuji Murata.
Nice hoodie.
Bar is loaded for Murata. 142.5 kilos.
Yeah, I should have told you to leave the dad jokes at home, but I guess I forgot.
As the spotters and loaders prep for the next lifter.
Guess it just goes to show how important and paramount technology is at these championships.
And I believe that is Team France waiting in the wings. That's right, I
Yep.
did.
Thomas Aker taking 152.5.
Allez, solide avec des bons appuis, bien sur la muscle appuyée. C'est là que ça se passe. Allez. Allez, placez.
Stop. Press.
Allez, on voit.
Looks good.
Solid press.
Allez, solide.
Back-to-back Team France here.
Arthur Howitt, 155, going to retake it. Unfortunately, he had skipped the press command on his opener attempt. Just needs to take his time. It's one of the pitfalls to this type of technique is it is really, really hard to hold that bar overhead for a long time.
Press. Neck.
But he makes easy work of it now, so
Grouping. 29.
Speaking of Team France, the next session, Jade Jacob, who had the entire powerlifting world speaking about her in that clash with Joy Namani for the open world title in the 57s in South Africa, returns. Make sure you don't miss it. It's a clash with Yera from Spain for the 57 kilo junior title.
Start. Press.
very strong press.
Good lift.
Allez, solide.
Bar is loaded.
Tenho with 125 on the bar.
Elbow. Start. Press. Neck.
No lift.
Allez, solide.
Bar is loaded.
A little too much on today.
Got Mark from Team Ireland taking 125 for his third.
Start. Press. Neck.
Good lift. The next one is Alex Kremens from Ireland, 100 game. Bar is loaded with 127.5 kilos.
Very excited for Alex Kremlin 127.5. Team Ireland.
Yeah, Alex won't finish near the top on bench, but has a monster deadlift. He can cover a lot of ground.
That's right. He only missed, what, 2.5 kg on
That's
that?
right. And his deadlift,
Next
I
up
believe
is
he's
from
got the
Uruguay,
biggest deadlift
Diego
opener now.
Barquin,
Where he rests with that deadlift, we'll have to
127.5
see,
kilos,
but
on the bar.
it's a powerful, potent weapon.
No paras de empujar, ¿eh? Vamos. Concentrado. Bien firme. Es tuyo. Pero. Vamos, Diego, ¿eh?
Start. Press. Press.
Knowledge. Next lifter is from United States, Zach Taylor. He's coming up to lift 135
Eyes
kilos.
on it.
Bar is loaded.
So Zach Taylor, 135 on the bar. His second attempt was strong, but it was a slight struggle, so we'll see how the third goes.
Start. Tight. Press.
Oh, the brakes came on just before the lockout was to begin.
Yeah, that was a tough fight, but
Not a good lift. The next lifter is from Kazakhstan, Bukatka Boris. 137.5 kilos, bar is loaded.
Bukatka from Team Kazakhstan with 137.5 kilo on the bar. He's getting super amped up.
Start. Press.
Looks like his foot might have slipped out from under
Not a
him.
good lift.
Yeah, see on the replay here.
Italy, Valerio Nunziata. 142.5 kilos,
Yeah,
bar
not going to
is
recover
loaded.
for something like that.
Yeah, that's tough. Valerio, Team Italy, 142.5 on the bar. Small jump from his second attempt, looking to gain a little bit of kilo on his total this third attempt.
Start. Press.
Wow. This is
Not a good lift.
6 misses and only 2 hits
It's from
in the
Japan,
last
Yuji
round of
Murata,
benching.
147.5 kilos.
Eyes on it.
Bar is loaded for Murata.
Here's our boy Yuji Murata, 147.5 kg on the bar. Despite the power outage, his second attempt did move really, really well. So let's see how he can make this third move.
Start. Press.
Just slightly too
All
much.
in. Next lifter is from Mexico, Israel Cruz. Bar is loaded 147.5 kilos.
Israel Cruz with 147.5 kg, 2.5 up from his second. This will solidify him with the bronze medal in the bench press.
Start. Press.
Very easy.
Good lift, 2 to 1. Next lifter, Thomas Ecker. Bar is loaded 155 kilos.
Thomas Aker, Team France.
Start. Press. Break.
Proves to be too much and
Norway.
a very low success rate.
The last lifter, Arthur Howard from France, will attempt 162.5 kilos and bar is loaded.
Arthur's going to close us out here with 162.5 on the bar for Team France, looking to secure his third attempt.
Start. Press. Break.
Not today. We move on to the deadlifts in Canada.
Now, just to recap for the 66 kg juniors, in order, we have Arthur in first place with the gold from Team France, Thomas from Team France as well taking the silver, and Israel Cruz from Team Mexico taking the bronze in the bench press. And then for the total overall so far, we have Israel Cruz from Team Mexico in first, Arthur from Team France in second, and Boris Bukatka from Team Kazakhstan in third.
Do not go anywhere. We will be back with the deadlifts where we anticipate some shakeups in the conclusion of the sub-junior and junior 66s. Welcome back to the IPF World Championships here live in Istanbul, Turkey. I'm Ryan Sixpack Lapidat, accompanied in a booth by former world champion in the juniors, Gavin Aiden, and we return for the men's sub-junior and junior 66 class. A look at the standing as it rests now for the 66 sub-juniors. Italy's Alessandro Pastorello currently in the lead. Alexander Ivanov of Kazakhstan not far behind in silver, and Mathis Jolikir of Canada in the bronze medal position so far. Now we have the deadlift event, and a lot can happen in the deadlifts. For instance, Mathis opening with 235, by far the biggest. Closest behind him is 220, got a 15 kilo spread on the opening poles.
Bar is loaded for Sergio.
What shakeups will the deadlift event bring? We're gonna find out. Sergio Sedano of Mexico, 155 for his opening pole.
Bar is loaded.
Make smooth work of it. And got some infractions here. Appears as though he had jumped the down command.
Bar is loaded.
Dakichi from Turkey, 165. Makes easy work of it.
Good play. The next one is from Turkey, Yiğit Çetin, 180 kilos. Bar is loaded.
Setting from Turkey, 180 kilos.
Good play. Next one, Alexander Ivanov from Kazakhstan, 200 kilos. Bar is loaded.
Alexander Ivanov from Kazakhstan, 200 kilos. Smooth lift.
Good play. The next lifter is Christian Vertigo Beltran from Spain, 220 kilos. Bar is loaded.
$220 kilos for Christian Beltran of Spain.
Good play. Next one, Alessandro Pastorello from Italy, followed by Mathis Jolikir from Canada.
Italy's Alessandro Pastorello, 230 kilos.
Bar is loaded. Good lift.
In this good lift, he's on the board.
Mathis Jolicoeur from Canada, 235 kilos, bar is loaded.
Mathis Jellicoe from Canada, 235 kilos. With this, he solidifies his total. And is in direct competition for that overall gold. Wow.
Good lift.
Makes easy work of it, and I gotta say, just by body language, a whole lot more confident, more confident as the competition has been going.
Yeah, definitely. Well, also too, I mean, it seems like he's a deadlift specialist, right? So now that he's gotten through the hard parts, the rest for him is just kind of having fun with it, you know.
The total as it stands, Mathis, 550, Pastorello, 552.5. An extremely close race for that 66 kilo sub-junior title. Sergio Sedano of Mexico, 155.
Good lift. Next lifter, Erden Dikici from Turkey, 180 kilos.
Erdem Dikici from Turkey, 180 kilos for his second attempt.
Good lift.
And I think he beat the down command.
190 kilos.
That would be the second lifter in this flight, putting the bar down before getting the down command. Seton from Turkey, 190 kilos for a second attempt.
Good lift.
Blue white lights.
Next one, Alexander Ivanov from Kazakhstan, 210 kilos. 10 kilo jump from him. Bar is loaded.
Alexander Ivanov of Kazakhstan, 210 kilos for his second attempt. Pretty smooth lift.
Good lift. Next lifter is from Spain, Christian Verdugo Beltran, 230 kilos. Bar is loaded.
Christian Beltran of Spain, 230 kilos. Oh, wow, the engine is revving, but too much today.
No lift. Next lifter is from Italia, Alessandro Pastorello, 240 kilos, followed by Mathis Jolicoeur. Bar is loaded for Alessandro.
In a pivotal pull by Alessandro Pastorello of Italy, 240 kilo, 10 kilo jump, bring him from 552.5 to 562.5. But Matis hot on his heels to take that pole position. Alessandro trying to slow the charge of the Canadian. He needs this pole. He's done his part. Team Italy knows what that means.
Mathis Jolicoeur from Canada. This will be a record.
Now here's the second side of that story. Mathis Jellicoe from Canada up next, 245.5 kilos. That is a world record in the 66 sub-junior class. Not only will he pull himself back to within 2 kilo of Pastorello, but he will have a chip in play.
Come on, everybody. This is a record attempt.
Let's go, Mathis!
Let's go! Let's go! Nato, il s'est let's go! Come on!
He locked in.
Did he get that down command?
Referees say no.
I'll be honest with you, there was a bobble at the top. That's why he hesitated himself. He didn't celebrate like he did the first time. He stopped, turned around. Let's take a look.
Moving to the third attempt, Sergio Sedano from Mexico, followed by Alberto Fiji.
I don't know. That's a tough call.
I didn't see a distinct up-down. I seen a bobble. I didn't see the barbell a distinct up-down. Couldn't hear that down command, though. I'm not sure if he beat that as well. He himself spun around. He wasn't sure, so I wasn't sure what infraction he might have felt, but that definitely changes some things. What does Team Canada want to do now? Are they pulling for the win?
If I'm Team Canada, I'm pulling for the win. How much? So you tell us how much would he have to add onto that 245.5 for that third attempt in order for him to pull for the win?
Bar is loaded for Sedano.
You don't really know for sure until Pastorello has already pulled his final. So it's a bit of guesswork.
It is, and he did put in. Is that 20?
Yeah, but that's
20 kg up?
Yeah, Pastorello and Team Italy put in 260, but that's definitely a placeholder. And Sedano from Mexico, 162.5 for his third and final.
Referees say good play. All right. Next one is Erdem Dikişi from Turkey. 190 kilos, followed by Lee Chicken.
$190 kilo being loaded for Dikici of Turkey. Missed 180, going up 10 kilo. Wow.
Good play.
Not often someone misses, goes up 10 kilo and hits.
That's exactly right.
Next lifter, Lee Chicken.
I've seen that at the Worlds before, though.
Yeah. It's funny. Some kid, some random kid. I think his name is Gavin. But you know what, though? You want to put yourself in a position where you don't have to do that. To be honest with you, you want to be in a position where you have to realize every attempt matters, right? And you want to put as many points on the board as possible. So it's definitely not the ideal position to be in.
Setin of Turkey, 200 kilos even. little too much today.
No lift. Next lifter is Alexander Ivanov from Kazakhstan, followed by Christian Verdugo Beltran from Spain.
Alexander Ivanov, 220 kilos being loaded. He is in the bronze medal overall, but we'll put him to a bronze medal in the deadlifts as well. Nope.
Not today. No lift. The next one is from Spain, Christian.
Now, having
Verdugo
missed that,
Beltran, 230 kilos.
opens up the opportunity for Christian Beltran to pull himself into the bronze medal overall.
Bar is loaded.
For the bronze, wow.
Good
And
play.
Spain snatches the medal.
The next lifter is from Italy, Alessandro Pastorello. This will be a world record attempt. 246 kilos.
And Alessandro Pastorello
World Sub-Junior
putting in 246
record.
kilos for his third and final attempt, and this is a world record attempt.
Prepared. Bar is prepared.
So to answer that question earlier, Gavin, you wanted me to give a guess. Like, we're going to find out. Matt is going to pull afterwards, but they've chosen to go as high as. Now, Team Spain, they're trying to push to the limit without overreaching. We're about to find out.
We're about to find out.
Currently in first, but to defend that, he knows Mathis is coming. Oh, wow. World record deadlift.
He gets it.
And puts himself further away
Ladies and gentlemen,
from Mathis. And Mathis,
there is a
whom attempted that world record only moments ago and missed. And Pastorello attempted that world record plus 0.5 and hit. More pressure on Mathis. What a comeback it would be if Mathis can rally, hit the world record on the second attempt, only now it's even heavier, and at the same time, take that world title away from Pastorello.
That's exactly right. Now, am I reading this correct? Is Mathis going to 253.5?
253.5 to give him a 568.5 total. It would match the Italian, but he's later on body weight. Thank you for asking. It helps me set the table for the viewers.
Come on.
You can hear a pin drop. Not today. Not today. Valiant effort, though.
Congratulations. Now we're moving to the juniors.
It was a good battle in the sub-junior 66s. Came down to the very last deadlift as Alessandro takes the gold, Mathis the silver, Christian the bronze. And then the overall, Alessandro and Team Italy playing this perfectly, right down to the world record final pull to clinch the gold. Mathis and Team Canada doing their best and giving them a hell of a go at the end, but settling for silver. Christian from Spain taking this bronze.
We're starting 66 kilo weight class juniors deadlift with Mustafa Mert Altunkaya from Turkey, 185 kilos. Bar is loaded for Mustafa Mert Altunkaya.
Mustafa Mert of Turkey, 185 on the bar. We are in the 66 junior class.
Good play.
First round of pulls.
Next lifter is from Uruguay, Diego Barquin, followed by Boris.
What do you think, Gavin? Are we going to see
195 kilos.
right down to the wire again, or?
Bar is loaded.
I think so. I think we've got at least top 3 to 4 people right now that are really, really in contention for the podium. And I'm very curious to see how things shake up in terms of, just look at how close everybody is. And especially, we've got 3 people within 5 kg of each other right now, I'm projected.
Yeah.
And that's before all the openers, right? So, as we've seen before, deadlifts, anything can happen.
Yeah, I mean, Cruz from Mexico has a bit of a lead, but to get onto the podium, like you said, 3 lifters within 5 kilos, and there's only 2 other spots on that podium, you're going to have yourself a deadlift battle.
Yep.
Boris Bukatka of Kazakhstan.
Good play. Next lifter from Finland, Tenho Talvansari, 210 kilos, followed by Arthur from France. The bar is loaded.
Tenho Talvansari, 210 kilos for his opening pull. Once these gentlemen get their opening pulls in, their totals are now solidified. No longer in a threat to bomb out
Good play.
and have the opportunity to start making more aggressive jumps.
Followed by Israel Cruz from Mexico. 215 kilos for Arthur. Bar is loaded.
And Arthur Howitt of France, 215 on the bar for his opening pull. That was easy.
Referees say good play. Next lifter is from Mexico, Israel Cruz, 220 kilos, followed by Thomas Ecker. The bar is loaded.
Mexico's Israel Cruz, 220. Let's see how this moves. He's got a monster projected total. Wow, that moved pretty easy.
Good play, 2-1. The next one is from France, Thomas Ecker, 222.5 kilos. Bar is loaded.
Thomas Aker, 222.5 kilos. Also a podium threat. Let's see how this moves. Just like an opener should.
Good play.
So far, none of the lifters and the coaching staff are overreaching.
From Japan,
Don't see any grinders.
35 kilos.
We can expect some pretty big jumps. And these are the medal favorites coming up.
Bar is loaded for Morata.
225, Yuji Murata from Japan. Murata makes easy work of it.
Good play. Next lifter is from Ireland, Escapar Kamak, 235 kilos, followed by Valerio Nunziata from Italia.
Mark
Bar is
Escabarte
loaded for
from
Mark
Ireland.
from Ireland.
235 kilos. Ireland, 2 lifters in this class.
Good game.
He's on the board.
Next lifter, Valerio Nunziata from Italia. Bar is loaded, 237.5 kilos.
Valerio Nunziata of Italy, 237.5 for his opening pull. I think he switched bandanas for the deadlifts.
The power's in the bandana, my friend.
Might be onto something. Let's see how this goes. Also wrist wraps.
Good play.
3 whites.
Next lifter, Zach Taylor from United States, followed by Alex Grimes from Ireland. Zach Taylor.
USA Zach Taylor
Bar is
opening to
loaded,
242.5.
kilos.
Zach hits this. He's right in line for one of those medals. I know you're torn between your countryman and Alex Kremens, who you befriended.
Looked pretty easy for
Made
Taylor.
easy work of
Good
it.
play. The next lifter, Alex Grimes from Ireland, 252.5 kilos.
Up next is Alex Kremens, and you had said he was extremely confident. Well, he's opening with a 252.5 kilo deadlift, the biggest of this field. Maybe this is why.
Oh, I think this is why, my
A
friend.
big deadlift is a big weapon. Wow, he's got a lot of crowd support.
That's right. Take your time. Get it how you want it.
Wow. And when you see a big deadlift like that for an opener, you wonder, is he opening too heavy? Is it going to be a grinder? No. That moves like an opener should.
No, that moved exactly how an opener should.
That's a message to the rest of the field.
Boris Bukaka.
As we look at the totals after one round of pulls,
Bar is loaded for Altunkaya from Turkey.
Altukaya Mustafa Mert, 200 kilos, representing the host nation of Turkey.
Good play.
3 white lights, it's a good lift.
Next
Adds
lifter,
15
Diego
kilos towards
Marquez
his total.
from Uruguay, 215 kilos, followed by Boris Bukatka. Bar is loaded for
Diego Barquin, representing Uruguay, 215 kilos, 20 kilo jump from his opener. Well into PR territory for Diego. Still makes easy work of
Good
it, though.
play. Next one, Boris Bukatka from Kazakhstan, followed by Tenho Kalvansari from Finland. Boris Bukatka. Bar is loaded for
Boris
240 kilos.
Bukatka of Kazakhstan. 220 kilos loaded for a second attempt. A 20-kilo jump and a 20-kilo PR for the Kazakhstan lifter.
Wow.
Makes
He
easy
just
work
might
of
be
it.
able to pull into third.
Good play.
Second even.
He is within striking distance of the podium, that's for sure. But there's a bottleneck of contenders towards that podium path.
12.5 kilo jump.
$222.5 kilo for Tenho from Finland. Now that was a little bit more laborious. What do you think, Gavin?
Yeah, but it was still pretty easy. I think it was. I think he's got plenty of room left in the tank for his third.
I went one way, you went the other with that interpretation. That's why there's two of us.
That's exactly right. And one of us is more right than the other.
We're
Not
gonna find
I'm
out.
gonna let the audience
Yeah,
take a guess.
Yeah, well, we're gonna find out. We'll let gravity sort that one out.
Bar is loaded for Arthur.
And 230 loaded for Arthur of France. 15-kilo jump for the Frenchman. Oh, that was smooth.
That was very smooth.
Good play.
And Arthur threatening the podium as well. I know I'm repeating this, but we have 6 lifters in contention
Bar
for a
is
medal.
loaded for
Back-to-back Team France now. $230.
good play.
And I don't think they have
Next one
changed the
is
name there,
Israel
but
Cruz from
nonetheless.
Mexico.
So Israel Cruz, 232.5 kilos loaded for Team Mexico,
1.5 kilo jump.
has a slight lead currently of 5 kilo over Alex Kremens, as well as Team France's Arthur Howitt. And then just 2.5 kilo behind them, Zach Taylor. Less than 10 kilos separating the top 4. This is a 12.5 kilo jump, 2.5 kilo below his previous personal best. How are you expecting this to move, Gavin?
Well, I think he's going to make it fly. I think his opener flew, and I think for this one, I know it's 12.5 jump, but I'm very confident that he's confident he can do this.
Wow, okay, wow.
Yeah, I'm not wrong often, brother, so get used to it.
Good play.
Yeah, well, but when you're right, you let us know about it.
No,
too,
no, I have to. Somebody has to.
240 kilos, followed by Mark Escabarte from Ireland. Bar is loaded for Murata.
And 240 kilos loaded for Yuji Murata from Japan. Murata getting closer and closer to that podium.
And I believe if he hits this, this will bump him up to second place.
Good play.
pulling himself temporarily into second.
Next lifter.
In the second round of deadlifts, expect some shakeups. Nobody, well, you know what? I'll put a pin in the head and stop myself right now. Mark Escapart from Ireland with 245 on the bar.
The bar is loaded for Escobar.
Smooth second attempt, Gavin.
Good play.
10
Very
kilo
smooth.
jump.
Very smooth. I think he might have another 10 kg in him.
Yeah.
By Zach Taylor.
I'd be comfortable with another 10 kilo jump for sure.
Bar is loaded for Nunziata.
And
247.5
Valerio
kilos.
Muziata
The 10 kilo
of
jump.
Italy taking a 10 kilo jump to 247.5 kilos. Muziata looking to establish himself back into a podium threat. He's got one of the biggest deadlifts of the class. And that also moved well. This is getting tough to call. Gavin.
Good play.
Every time I'm looking for a lifter to step up to the platform and struggle a little, give an indication that they're getting close to the limit, they smoke the deadlifts.
Yeah. To your surprise. To your
my
surprise. Yeah.
surprise.
Yeah. See, I'm more for the. I know. I have faith in every.
Okay.
As soon as they, as soon as I see them,
You're already setting yourself
Enter
up
the
for when they find
platform.
you in the lobby.
that's exactly
That's
right.
right. 255 for Zach Taylor of US. Still 10 kilo below his previous personal best, and wow, that was smooth.
That was very
Zach
smooth.
Taylor, plenty left in the tank,
And the 42nd attempt, our last lifter is Alex.
and this is
Cruz
going to
from
come down to the
That's
very
it,
last
baby.
deadlift.
Alex Kremens. Oh man.
After that, Alex Kremens lifted 252.5.
Alex Kremens of Ireland,
Now,
265 kilos for his second attempt, 252.5 flew. This young man was confident. He had predicted we'd be talking about him. Well, here we are in the deadlifts, and we're talking about him.
bar is loaded
That's
for
exactly
Kremens.
right.
How is the story going to end?
He's getting those arms long. I think. Look, I don't care what the judge. I don't want to say it. I don't. I know.
listen, listen.
All right, now I can say it. Look, I think it was fair. I think that was a fair lift. I think.
From Turkey.
Oh, okay. All right. Fine.
The right hand was coming a little bit loose
Fine.
before he got the down
fine.
command. He's got another round of pulls to go. All is not lost for Team Ireland and Alex Kremens.
Here, you got some extra chalk. Let me go run him
Yeah.
some extra chalk.
But it does swing open the door for Israel Cruz of Mexico and Zach Taylor of USA, who are starting to pull ahead.
Yeah. But it's interesting, though, right? So this is, unfortunately, I mean, look, this is sports, right? He has the strength. His grip just got to hold it. That's
Yeah,
it.
no, it's definitely, the door's not closed on him. He's got another pull to go, and a little too heavy with 210.
Yeah, it looks like, I don't even think it was too heavy. I think he started that pull too early. He didn't allow himself to wedge because his second attempt was easy. So I think 100%. See how forward he was? I think
Yeah.
I think that's what happened.
Yeah, pulled out of position. Need to exercise a little patience now.
Yeah.
Diego Barquin of Uruguay. 230 kilos being loaded for his final pull.
Bar is loaded for Diego Barquin from Uruguay. 230 kilos.
Dale, no paro, no paro. Dale, sube, 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 sube. Trae tu arriba, trae tu rodilla, trae.
Knees bent. Couldn't quite lock it out.
The next one is Tenho Talmensari from Finland.
And we're starting to see some failures.
That's it, man. I didn't want to be the one to say it, but
Starting to see some failures. They are pushing themselves to the limit. When you see the cluster at the top.
Bar is loaded for Tenho from Finland.
Oh, wow. Look at the placeholder. Alex Kremens put in a placeholder. It looks like he's going to be pulling probably for gold.
100%. 100%.
Time will tell.
As he should.
How far will he have to go? Tenho Talvensari of Finland, 232.5 loaded on the bar for his final pull of the day. No, not today.
It's all right.
Loaded. Next
Three
one
up,
is from France,
0-3.
Thomas Baker, 227
Looking to reverse the trend, Thomas Aker of France, 237.5 for his final pull.
Bar is loaded.
Allez, reste solide. Allez, go.
237.5.
Allez, jusqu'au bout. Allez. Down.
And the free say good lift.
And it's a good lift.
Next one is Israel Cruz from Mexico, 240 kilos. This will be a new personal best for Cruz, followed by Arthur Poet from France.
Israel Cruz of Mexico looking to pull 240 kilos, bringing this total from 610 to 617.5. He weighs more than Zach Taylor. Will this be enough to hold off the charge of America's Zach Taylor and the rest of the world's field? About to find out.
242.5 for Arthur Huet.
Oh, 242.5.
And there's another change.
We're getting change attempts here. Another change as the nations are jockeying around for position. We've got, looks like we had 3 change attempts.
Coming up for 245.
Okay. We're resting at
Bar is loaded
Arthur
for
from
Arthur.
France, 245. This will temporarily pull him into a silver medal position.
Allez, Arthur, va. Allez, lâche rien là. Ta barre, c'est même derrière, on y va. Allez, go.
Allez, on y va.
Allez, allez. Tiens ça, lâche pas. Allez.
A little too much today.
Not today. The next lifter is Israel Cruz from Mexico.
Now we return Israel Cruz, 245 kilos. He has the
The bar is loaded for
gold
Cruz.
medal position overall. but 6 other lifters are coming behind him. This is 12.5 kilos he's gonna need. Can he lock it out? I think the knees are soft, shoulders are soft. And that has swung the door open for the other competitors.
It really has. Very curious to see how Taylor and how Alex handle this kind of pressure.
The bar is loaded.
Thus far, it looks like Taylor will pull first. Should he hit, it might force Alex to load the bar with more than he can handle. 247.5 for Yuji Murata of Japan, currently in the bronze medal position overall. 5 more lifters after him to go.
It's always unfortunate when that happens.
Was this a misload? And how will that affect him?
Hopefully not at all.
The crowd just rallied behind him this time. Not today. Now that bronze medal position, you got to think, is highly tentative at this point.
Yeah,
It's definitely up for grabs.
it is up for grabs for sure. I do wonder though, had he had that misload not happened, would he have had?
He didn't break the ground, and you got to think
We have a
it's
change.
a pretty big
It's true.
Pretty
It's
big
true.
assumption. I'm sure he'll be saying I would have got it. Would
Yeah.
have got it all day. but
Yeah.
If it was a little closer, maybe. Currently, 247.5 is being loaded for Boris Bukatka of Kazakhstan. Boris pulling himself into the bronze medal position. Again, a tentative position with several lifters still left to go. But we have a lot of missed lifts here in the final pulls, don't we, Gavin?
We do. We do. That means people are going to their limits. They're trying to win. That's exactly what this World Championship is about.
The trend continues. A little too much for Boris in that bronze medal pull proves to be elusive thus far.
Yep.
You can't fault the national teams trying to go from 8th to 3rd, collect the medal, load it
No.
up. It is the IPF World Championships.
Absolutely. And you never know. You never know.
Not unless you go for the pull. 252.5 loaded for Mark Escobar.
Sorry, there is a change. There is a change.
Another change attempt.
There is a change. No. There is a change. Valerio Nunziata from Italia. Bar is loaded 252.5 kilos.
Okay. Valerio Muziata of Italy, 252.5. In the deadlifts, this will take him from a bronze to a silver.
And referees say, good play.
And he is on the deadlift
Next
podium
Mark Escobar from Ireland.
with 2 more lifters still to come.
bar is loaded for Mark.
Sorry, 3 more lifters, and 252.5 loaded for Mark Escobart, looking to take that bronze in the deadlift. Can Mark get onto that deadlift podium? Ooh. Came out of his left hand, just that lockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, we only have 2 attempts left. First is Zach Taylor from United States, and second Alex Kremis from Ireland. Zach Taylor.
Up next, Zach Taylor will attempt 265 kilos to give himself a 612.5 total. Now, Zach weighs less than Alex Kremens from Ireland, who will be pulling also for a 612.5. Expect that to possibly bump. Was there a down up?
And referees say, good man.
Let's see that replay. I don't know. I am not convinced whatsoever. Don't like that call.
Ladies and gentlemen, this will be the last attempt.
Okay, I guess right there maybe you could see a little bit. But it was more like a shimmy.
You got a good command of the vocabulary when you want to, Gavin. When you want to. And Team Ireland is down by the platform
Let's go, baby.
as Alex Kremens attempts to pull for the 66 kilo World Championship. Oh, he's dropped it. Excuse me. He's dropped it to 265. He's pulling for silver.
And referees say, not a good man.
Alex will finish 4th overall, but leave with the deadlift gold.
We'll be there in minutes for medal ceremony.
And we had 2 hits in the final pulls.
Getting ready.
Everybody
for medal
extending and overextending
Yep.
to get themselves particular medals. There's a look at how the medals shook up. Zach Taylor taking the gold in deads. I thought Alex Kermans was gold. Sorry, he became in bronze. And Nunziata of Italy taking the silver. Overall, in the totals, we see Israel Cruz of Mexico taking the gold medal, Zach Taylor taking the silver, and Yuji Murata of Japan taking the bronze. Do not go anywhere. We will take a short break, come back with the medal ceremony, and in just a few moments, 52 and 57 kilo class will take part, and this has Jad Jacob and Mayera from Spain. The clash everybody's waiting for. Don't go anywhere. We will be back.
66 juniors and 66 sub-juniors. In the medal ceremony, we have Robert Keller, General Secretary of the IPF from United States, and Javier de Poitorac from France, the TC member. Kilo weight class sub-juniors in squat event. Third place is Alessandro Pastorello from Italy. The second place, Cristian Verdugo Beltran from Spain. And first place is Alexander Ivanov from Kazakhstan. Thank you. In the bench press, second place, Mathis Jolicoeur from Canada. The first, Alessandro Pastorello from Italia. Thank you. Now in total 66 kilo weight class sub-juniors. Third place, Cristian Beltran Verdugo from Spain. Mathis Jolicoeur from Canada, second. And the 66 kilo sub-junior champion is Alessandro Pastorello from Italia. Now, everybody please stand up for the national anthem of Italia. Thank you. Now we're moving to the 66 kilo weight class juniors in squat. Third place, Zach Taylor from United States. Second place, Boris Bukatka from Kazakhstan. And the first place is for Israel Cruz from Mexico. Thank you. Now we're moving to the bench press. Third place, Israel Cruz from Mexico. Second place, Thomas Ecker from France. The first place is for Arthur Huet from France. Thank you very much. Now in the deadlift, third place is Alex Cremens from Ireland. Second place is Valerio Nunziata from Italia. And the first place is Zach Taylor from United States. Thank you very much. Now in total, 66 kilo juniors. Third place, Yuji Murata from Japan. Second place, Zach Taylor from United States. And the 66 kilo juniors champion is Israel Cruz from Mexico. Now everybody please stand up for the national anthem of Mexico. Thank you everybody for your support, and round of applause for all the athletes competed today.
Excuse me. My bad. My bad.
The best music in the world. IPF Lifters Roundup Music.